Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. I'm going to give you a quick update on this 1966 Chevy 2 project. Been a while since I had any updates because we were waiting on some parts to arrive, but we finally got some parts in here. We got some progress to show you. So biggest issue on this car in terms of the body was this lower quarter panel behind the rear tire. We ended up having to buy a full quarter panel skin and then cut what we needed out of it. So we couldn't get that actual patch panel, but we got what we needed. We got it welded in there, we got it mudded up, got primer on it, and this car's actually pretty close to final paint. We are going to pull this back glass out of it. Just needs to be resealed. You can see in there that the seal's a little bit dry rotted and it's been siliconed up and stuff, and we want to fix it right so it doesn't leak. And then the rest of this thing, as far as the body goes, it's pretty much ready to paint. Maybe a couple little areas we're gonna fool with, but for the most part it's ready. We had to fix a bunch of stuff right here in this A-pillar and in the cowl. This car had been wrecked pretty severely in the front. The fender and the door had been replaced, and they had to do some pretty major fixing on the cowl here. You can see that it's still kind of mashed in, but everything lines up really good with the door. We got that right where we want it. Really happy with that door gap and how flat and level all the lines are. Really happy there. Everything fits good with the fender. We mocked it up. It doesn't rub or anything, so we're happy with that. The rest of it, you know, some of this red paint is going to remain here. We're going to paint over the top of that, but areas that needed attention had to get some primer, and as you can see, it needed a lot of attention. So a lot of this stuff may have looked good in the video or in pictures or even to the naked eye, but it was a little rougher than it appeared. So we straightened this thing up pretty good, blocked it really good, got everything straight that needed attention, and now it's going to be painted here probably in a couple weeks. We're going to get some color on it. And then while I had it over here, I upgraded the brakes and the front suspension. You can see there we added power brakes and a dual master cylinder, which is a necessary safety upgrade. I know that these cars came with single master cylinders and they were fine for lots of years, but it's worth the extra money and hassle to make this thing safe, because if you're running a single master cylinder and you have a brake line fail or a brake hose fail or a wheel cylinder fail, then it's going to evacuate all of that fluid and you're going to have no brakes. That's not a risk that I'm willing to take you know, when I got my family in a car. So, you know, it's a pretty affordable upgrade. This kit, which is made for this car, pre-bent lines, all that stuff, ready to go. It's not very expensive, just $200 or $300, and you can really improve the braking on your car. We also added, by the way, that was from CPP. Also from CPP is this mini subframe kit, which on these cars they had strut rods originally that would run from about right here to this little dinky lower control arm, and this CPP mini subframe kit is what they call it. It eliminates those strut rods. It puts an actual A-frame style tubular control arm on there that is much stronger, and it helps these things drive better. It helps them keep their alignment better. They're just a better product. And then up here we've got tubular upper control arms, but I did retain the stock springs and the shocks that were already on it. I didn't want to change the ride height or anything like that. And then what you can't see very well, let's get a little look in here. I added disc brakes to this. So this was originally four-wheel drum brakes with a single pot master cylinder. It is now a dual master cylinder with a power booster and disc brakes, all with a CPP kit. So a lot of work's been done. Even though this car still looks like it's far from complete, we are inching our way closer to having it done. Hope to have some shiny red paint on it here in a couple weeks, and then we'll do some sanding and buffing and reassembly and maybe a couple other little upgrades as far as the mechanical side of things. But so far so good. This car's really straightening up good. I think we're going to be really happy with the end result of it. The hood looks really good. It's just pretty much all in primer. There's quite a bit of attention that it needed, both with dings and rust pits and things like that. That's all fixed. Everything on this car has been touched at this point. We're still pretty much at square one on the interior. We'll have to do a little bit of work in here to make this thing look a little better. Maybe a dash pad. Door panels are a little bit ragged. Probably some fresh carpet. You know, we'll inch our way towards that, but that'll be after the car is painted. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with the progress that we're making now, and just wanted to give you guys a real good, thorough update on this project. I know that some people may have forgotten about it by now because it's been so many months since I had an update, but just wanted to show this thing off a little bit, and the next time you see it, it will be shiny red.